Done. Matt, try to pick Megan up. Grab her by the waist and just try to lift her up right in the air. Lift her right up.
No big deal.
Ah. Megan, this time when you try it, will you actually resist Matt's attempts?
Yes. Just one moment.
That's amazing.
Isn't it? I mean,
How does she do that?
It's the American.
done.
A lot of
Matt,
the
try to pick
Chinese
Megan up.
stories
Grab her
all
by the
the
waist
martial
and
art
just try to
masters,
lift her up
they
right in
could
the air.
emit
Lift her
energy,
right up.
and it wasn't just their physical force
No big
that beat
deal.
their opponents.
Ah.
It was their chi.
Megan, this time when you try it, will you actually resist Matt's attempts?
Yes.
But that goes against
Just one moment.
everything we know and understand in Western science. It defies the biophysical laws.
This is where Chinese medicine takes a wide turn off of what we understand and accept in the medicine.
我用的是和谐的办法。
life-threatening condition within the body of a living woman using precisely the kinds of techniques that we're speaking about right now. For me, it was this kind of information that took this lost modality out of the realm of academics and into something that's very real that we can apply in our lives. I had the opportunity during that time to see some video footage of the healing of a 3-inch diameter bladder cancer inside the body of a woman who, by Western medical standards, had been diagnosed inoperable. She had gone, as a last resort, to a medicineless hospital in Beijing, China. It was in this medicineless hospital where they began simply by addressing the life-affirming ways that she could change how she was living her life. They taught her life-affirming ways to breathe and life-affirming ways to nourish her body, gentle movements to stimulate the energy centers in her body. And as she was doing these and strengthening her body, at one point it made sense to undergo a process. Now I'd like to share this, I'd like to describe it to you as a very potent example of how the feeling world inside of our bodies has a direct effect, in this case a very graphic effect on the world beyond our bodies. In this case a very graphic effect on the world beyond our bodies. So in the video documentation, the film shows a woman lying on in a hospital room. She's fully awake, she's fully conscious, she believes in the process that's about to happen. Before her, there is an ultrasound technician who is running an ultrasound wand over her lower abdomen that we can see on a split-screen television. And on the left-hand side of the screen, they do a snapshot, a freeze frame of an instant in time for reference, so we can see what her condition looked like in that instant in time. On the right-hand side of the screen, we are able to watch real time as 3 practitioners stand behind her, working with the energy in her body and with the feelings in their bodies. And what they do is they begin to chant a word that to them, they've agreed upon, that reinforces the feeling within them that she's already healed. The chant essentially says, already healed, already done. And as they begin to have this feeling and to say these words among themselves, on the computer screen, on the television screen, we can watch in real time this cancerous tumor as it disappears in less than 3 minutes real time. It's not like time-lapse on a documentary where you see a rose unfold in 30 seconds in something that normally takes days. This literally happens in less than 3 minutes. Her body responded to the feelings of the practitioners who were trained to have the kinds of feelings that they were having. And all they were feeling was the feeling of what it feels like to be in the presence of a woman who is already healed, fully enabled, fully capacitated. They were not seeing her as a woman who was sick, and they weren't saying, bad cancer, you've got to go away.
So for this demo, I've brought Kinzawa all the way from Japan, and I've picked the animals, a herd of alpacas. and this is feeding time, so they're at their most active. Ranch owner and alpaca expert Cecilia Seca has joined us to monitor the alpaca's behavior.
Do they pay attention to humans? Are they very interactive?
They are very curious animals, and they're very aware of what's going on around them.
And do you think they'll be responsive to a man trying to put them to sleep with Chi?
Well, I guess we'll see.
It looks a little bit crazy, but he seems pretty serious. Weirdly, one by one, something seems to be happening.
Are they demonstrating odd behavior?
Well, they are unusually subdued right now.
A couple more have started going down.
It's uncommon to see them kind of go down like this one by one. There's only 2 adults standing now.
Kinzawa Sensei wants to move further away from the alpaca, as he believes his power is stronger from a distance.
They're starting to lay their heads down and everything. Really go to sleep.
Yeah.
So they're all down apart from one?
Yeah, they're all down apart from the alpha female. And to me, it would be pretty amazing if she lies down. She's yawning.
And the alpha female's job is to protect all the other ones while they rest.
Her job is to keep a lookout for any danger.
So it would go against their natural behavior for that one to lay down?
Yes, most definitely. They're all lying down except for that one. That's her job. And a lot of them have their necks completely down, resting on the ground. Yeah, she's going. They're all down. Wow.
Sugoi, good job.
That's amazing.
So they're all asleep right now?
They're all asleep right now.
So did you expect this to happen?
No, I did not.
This is not normal.
No, it's not
behavior.
normal, and it's not normal for her.
Well, something is definitely going on here.
Yeah.
That was absolutely amazing.
I've called in farmer Frank Donato and veterinarian Dr. Lynn McEwen to put him to the test.
Dr. McEwen.
Frank has a herd of the largest land mammals in the Western Hemisphere, the bison.
Behavior of a bison.
Would you be impressed if he could shake his hand and...
And they lay down, yeah.
Do you think it's possible?
I'm skeptical, but let's see.
The miles an hour. They're incredibly territorial, so just being in the field with them is a huge risk. Neither Frank or the doctor have ever seen bison sit down if there's a human in their pen. But Sensei claims he's about to use just mind power to put them all to sleep.
You got one going down.
That's someone, I mean, they're definitely relaxed, very relaxed. There goes one. What's interesting about this is that with all these people here right now, the camera, he's out there flinging his hands around like that. You'd think the animals would be a little etchy, and there we go. I think, yeah, there she goes.
One left.
Well, it'll be interesting what he can do with that big bull right there. I wait and see the bull. If he drops the bull, then we'll know. This one's going down too, I feel it. Oh wait, there he goes. There it goes.
Dang, there it goes.
Frank, have you ever seen them do this before?
No, and what's really interesting about this is that you might see this from time to time, but why at this particular moment would the animals all be laying down at one time while he's out there?
I mean, he had such an outlandish claim that he could wave his hand and
make all the animals lay down, and he's done it twice, perfectly, right in front of me. They're laying down on command. It's just
Exactly.
too odd. You really can't grasp what's going on. In Yellowstone National Park, bison have killed or injured 4 times as many people as bears. So the experts are worried about Kanzawa's approach.
The animals, look at, they're not even afraid. They're not even timid of any kind. Do you know what he's trying to do? In fact, I'm getting a little leery here that he's getting. I mean, look at this. I've owned these animals for 15 years, but I've never been as close as he's been.
This is completely unusual behavior.
Yeah,
for these
absolutely.
bison.
There's no question.
And they can smell him. They look very calm and relaxed right now, but if they got up, he'd never make it over the fence in time. Now one's getting up.
This is a little too close for comfort. Doctor, is there any way to explain this in the realm of science?
Not in the medicine I know.
I don't. It's interesting. It's amazing.
I mean, there's no trick he could be doing.
No.
Sugoi. What? Sugoi. I can't believe that you made all of them lay down yet again.
まぶたが完全に閉じた。なんとあの猛獣のヒグマが本当に寝てしまったのだ。
これ完全に見えました。もう完全に寝てますね。寝てる。はい。もうリラックス状態。深い睡眠に入ってます。
ディレクターが確かめてみると。
ね、息が聞こえますね。
危ない危ない危ない。
あ、頑張っていかれるよ。
大丈夫ですか。全然動かないですよ。もう深い眠りに入ってます。
気を操り、どんな猛獣も眠らせる男、神沢忠。ヒグマを神の手で眠ら らせることに。